Techies and scientists, welcome back to the channel. And this week, we are going to provide a review, and you would like to stay tuned for this because this week we have Meta, Microsoft, Tesla reporting on Wednesday, and also we have Apple on Thursday. And this past week, what's been going on? We have Trump trying to threat of tariff to the NATO allies. We have Greenland. We had the World Economic Forum, WF, going on. We have a Trump investigation into the Fed. So we have a lot going on here. You would like to stay tuned for what we're going to discuss here. Okay, so let's dive quickly into the chart right now. Okay, so this week what we had is, like I mentioned last week, we had price open up, and I did mention that when you normally see a price create the price create a high on Tuesday and then it drop on the low on Wednesday and rally back up. This is a sign of a bullish case scenario. And kind of like the same thing happened this past week, right? So we have the market open up on Sunday and then it gapped down, significantly gapped down. And then price created a low on Monday, created a lower low on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday like right around before the market open, create a low, and then start rallying back up. So this is your typical classical pattern of create the low on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then rally back up. Can't promise that's what's gonna go on for next week, but we do have that in mind, and still there might be a potential scenario being created, but we'll probably have to stay tuned for that. Okay, so what's the commercial for that? So what happened last week? So we did not have a lot of great news going on. So we had the GDP, and then we had the World Economic Forum, like I mentioned earlier, and that caused price to kind of like trade on the sluggish side on Tuesday and Wednesday. So price was really sluggish, and because of that looming tariff of with the NATO nations, so that affected the trading. So if you don't think those a big macroeconomic pattern affected your trading, think again because it does greatly affect your trading and you have to watch out for that. You do have to know what's going on and what's going to happen. So let's take a look at Friday and see what happened. And I know this chart is very busy, but I want you to guys see something on what happened on Friday here. So this is the annotation that I make for myself. So on Thursday and Friday, whenever you see like a inside range session, meaning you have the high and the low for the AM session, which will start at 9:30 a.m. all the way until 11:59 a.m. So that's what I call the AM session. And then you have the lunch session, which is very small, and then you have the PM session that start at 1:30 all the way until 4, but sometimes I may extend it all the way until 5. So it all depends. So you have a PM session inside of an AM session. So the high and the low is within the range of the AM session. So what happened during London is a price clear those high here and come back down low and clear the low as well, and then do like an optimal trade entry. If you put a fib, you probably get into the 50%, below the 50%, and price start rallying back up. So with that being said, so this is what I predicted what's going to happen next week. Price, so we did not have like an inside the session for the PM session. Actually, we kind of do. So we kind of have the same thing. Matter of fact, let's take a look at that. So we had a huge AM session. You have the launch range inside the AM session, and we also have the PM session inside of that AM session. Typically, what happened, you would have when the market open, especially during the Asian range, what you would normally see, you will see that the price start to trade into the AM session lows, which is kind of bring me to my next chart here. So when price open on Sunday, it will most likely gap down and start getting into the AM session of the previous day. So this is what I wanted to show you, and I'm gonna drop that into a daily chart so I can actually show you how what price may actually drop into when the market open on the Asian session on Sunday, and potential areas you may need to watch out for next week. So to me, in my mind, I'm still bullish, right? So this is what I'm talking about. So we had price traded up until 25,840, which is the half of this entire bearish order block here. So if you combine the bodies of these, the 50% of it is the 25,840. Price kind of like kind of trade quickly into it, and then retraces very quickly. Okay. So this is what I'm anticipating. I'm anticipating that price is going to open up, maybe gap up or gap down, doesn't matter. But I'm thinking it's going to retrace down to the new opening gap of last Sunday, which is January 18. And if price is very, very animated, we may anticipate that price may get to the area of 25,535, and it may also drop into a recent old swing high here, which is at 25,508. Why am I targeting the recent old swing high here? The reason why I'm targeting that is because of the seasonal tendencies. Okay, so when you take a look at the seasonal tendency, I know over the past few days it has not been, going according to the plan. But if you take a look at this here, so you see that from around January 20th, prices have been going up, and you start to see that price is going in accordance to the seasonal tendencies, and here it kind of keep going back up. I'm anticipating right at around, well, not January 23rd, but on the 26th or 27th, price is gonna drop just like this, and then to an all swing high. If you take a look at the red line, price dropped, but it did not drop below that swing low here. You have that swing high over here, which is an all swing high. Did not even touch it, but got very close to it, but did not touch it. So I'm using the seasonal tendency as a roadmap to anticipate what may happen next week in confluence to everything what I just mentioned before. Okay, so remember this: we have this all swing high here, and the seasonal tendency drop into it, but did not even get close to it. So with that being said, I'm anticipating the same thing here. So there were no swing high like right around this level here, but the most recent swing high was this area, which is on December 17th. So I'm anticipating price may get close to it, maybe to the half of that new week opening gap last week on January 18 at 25,576. If it gets really, really, really animated, I may see that it may drop below or around 25,508. This is my target area. So for next week, um, when I'm looking at this, I'm anticipating that area. And the reason why I'm targeting that area is because we have we have Meta, we have Microsoft, we have Tesla reporting on Wednesday. So between Monday and Tuesday, I'm anticipating price to drop similarly to the seasonal tendency where it's gonna drop here. Okay, so it's gonna keep dropping on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then right at around Wednesday and Thursday, that's when price is gonna start rallying up. So that's why I'm anticipating price to drop around 535, 508 area, and then we'll have to wait and see what price does after that. In combination to not only Meta, Microsoft, and Tesla reporting on Wednesday and Thursday, we also have FOMC coming up this week. Okay, so with FOMC coming up on Wednesday, which is at around 2 p.m., so there's a lot of price action you may anticipate to see. So FOMC is a dual trading strategy, meaning whatever you see occurring at 2 p.m., you'll probably see the opposite of that at around 2:30 or 2:45 p.m. after that. So meaning that if price start dropping aggressively around 2 p.m. on Wednesday, the same day that Meta, Microsoft, and Tesla is reporting, it'll probably drop very quickly. And then at around 2 p.m., you will see price start rallying up, okay? Or you may start seeing the opposite. Price was dropping, and then around 2 p.m., it start going up and then drop again, right? And then right at around news announcement around 4 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, when we have Meta, Microsoft, and Tesla reporting, price may start going back really quickly and start clearing out the recent highs that we have here. Okay, so which is at around 26 138. So this is kind of like the price action that I'm anticipating when I'm looking at the entire landscape. It looks like it's very bullish to me. It's just those deep retracement are very unpleasant. So this is what I call that. I mean, we would have that deep retracement here, another retracement here, and this is what I'm anticipating. It seems like it's compressing a little bit like a spring. As the days are getting closer and closer, you see that the retracement is less and less. It's like a compressing a spring, and I'm anticipating one price drop into the area of 508 on Wednesday or Thursday, and then we have some good announcement from Meta and Microsoft. Price is just gonna shoot really back up, and it's gonna clear out all this high here. Okay, especially getting into that green area, 126, 128. So this is a bullish scenario. This is where I stand. So what happened is, so Wednesday may come, and then you see a complete opposite of that. If you see this low right here, which is 25.25, is taken out, I'm anticipating as well that 24.907 is going to be taken out. Okay, and we'll have to wait and see what happened after that. I mean, this is sometimes you just gotta generate your idea and take a stand and wait and see if price is gonna come to what you want, to the idea that you generate. If it doesn't, you just stay on the sideline. So to me, this is where I stand. This is bullish scenario for me. So I'm anticipating when price open up is gonna gap down. So with price trading into the AM session for Friday, and let me see if I can show my screen again for that. So I'm anticipating price to gap down to keep trading lower and lower, um, just like it normally does when Asian session open. Then when you trade into that area, it's gonna spring back up and clear out those high here. So we do have a lot of buy stop that's waiting in this area. I mean, if I was a market maker, that's what I would do. A lot of people put the stop loss here and they think they are safe. And if I was a market maker, that's what I would do. Kind of give you the false hope that things is going to drop off and the world is about to end, and then ram back it up and then stop everybody out. So if I can think like a market maker, more than likely that's what the market maker would do. I mean, look at it. I mean, all this stuff is engineered to sucker people in to make them feel safe with the stop loss. So, with that being said, this is what my prognostication is for this week. Again, be on the lookout for FOMC on Wednesday, around 2 p.m. and 2:30, and also be on the lookout for Meta, Microsoft, and Tesla to report on Wednesday around 4 p.m., and also for Apple to report on Thursday around 4 p.m., 4:15. So usually that's when you'll see a lot of wild price action. It's right around 4 p.m. when the market closed, and then you think everything will go quiet, and then just things just going wild and berserk and all over the place. So watch out, trade carefully, make sure you manage your leverage. Do not overtrade. This week is gonna be very wild, so be on the lookout for that. And I don't know what the administration is doing into that investigation into the Fed Powell. I would not look too much into that, but again, watch out, guys. Okay, so happy trading. Thank you.